Welcome back to Six Survival Diaries. As you all know, it's Velvet, and this episode will be referred to as I Woke Up and $1,400 was gone. You ever wake up and realize the money wasn't the worst thing you lost? Because sometimes betrayal doesn't just take from your pockets, it changes who you become. And honestly, that's what this story is really about. The night I lost $1,400 and slowly started losing the soft version of myself too. So let me take you back to 1998. I'm young, hopeful, trying to get my life together so I can finally bring my son home and have us under one roof. I'm working, saving, staying focused, waiting on that housing call like my whole future depends on it. Because back then, it did. And at that point in my life, I was soft. Not weak, don't confuse the two. But I trusted people. I believed the people around me wanted to see me win the same way I wanted it for myself. Yeah, I learned. So one Friday, housing finally calls. They tell me to come view a unit, and if I like it, I can sign for it immediately because it's available right away. My first apartment. I was excited, too excited to think straight. So I run to the bank and pull out $1,400 cash, 14 crisp $100 bills. And even now, I still can't explain why carrying all that cash felt smart. But in my mind, I was preparing for my new life, ready for my son, ready to move forward. And that's where everything shifted. I'm sitting at home trying to figure out where to hide the money because nowhere feels safe. Then my best friend at the time, let's call her Money, looks at me and says, "Just put it under the couch cushion. You sleep there anyway. Nobody's going to check there." And me? I believed her. That was my mistake. Because looking back now, that wasn't advice. That was placement. That was a plan. That was the finesse. Anyways, later that night, she invites people over, and immediately the energy feels off. Too loud, but too casual. Conversation stopping when I walk by. Whispering in corners. And I remember getting that quiet little warning in my chest. That feeling. The one people ignore because they don't want to seem paranoid. Yeah, I ignored it too. Eventually, I got tired, shoved the money under the couch cushion, laid down, and went to sleep. And early the next morning, I woke up feeling like something was wrong before I even opened my eyes fully. So I get up immediately, lift the couch cushion, nothing. Nothing. And everything inside me just dropped. Because deep down, I already knew. No screaming, no panic, just silence. That kind of silence where your brain hasn't caught up yet. Then she sees me checking, and instead of honesty, she gives me confusion, looking dead in my face like maybe I misplaced it, like maybe I imagined it, like maybe the money was never even there. And that's when something clicked in me for the first time. Manipulation doesn't always come loud. Sometimes it comes calm, confident. It makes you doubt yourself before you doubt them. But that money wasn't just money. That was my apartment. That was my opportunity. That was me trying to bring my son home. And honestly, at the time, it felt like my whole future disappeared with it. And if I'm being real, that wasn't even the first time she crossed me. It was just the first time it cost me something I couldn't recover quickly. And the saddest part, I still kept her close after. I stayed loyal to the wrong person. And that decision delayed me for years. Not just financially, emotionally too. Peace lost, time lost, trust lost. And this is the part people don't talk about enough. People always say women become too guarded later in life, too hard, too independent, too closed off. But nobody talks about what builds that. I didn't wake up one day and decide to stop being soft. Life did that. Betrayal did that. Situations like this did that. Because when people misuse your kindness enough times, you change. Not because you want to, because you have to. And the craziest part? The moment I finally saw her clearly wasn't even because of something she did. It was because of something a man said later on that suddenly made everything click into place. And once it clicked, there was no going back. Because sometimes the people closest to you aren't trying to grow with you. They're trying to keep you exactly where you are. And from that moment on, I learned something the hard way. Losing money hurts, but realizing who took it hurts even more. And if you have a story you'd like to share, you can always send it in to the email in the description. Names, details, and identities can always be changed to keep everything completely anonymous. Because sometimes the stories people carry silently are the ones people need to hear the most. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay connected for all future stories with Episode 7, The Truth I Couldn't Avoid, releasing on May 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Real stories, real survival, real people.